What's up? It's Raphael with NBA Draft Junkies back again. I know it's been a minute, but today I'm going to give a breakdown on Villanova's Saddiq Bey. One of the reasons why I haven't done a breakdown lately is because I've been focusing on doing some interviews and setting up my podcast. As far as the interviews, I wanted to provide some exposure and introduce a few players who I think are going to be second round picks. And I wanted to just kind of introduce them to the American audience. And as far as the podcast, check it out. I'm biased. I think it's the best NBA draft podcast out. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. And also, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe now. Like I said, I'm biased. I think I have the best NBA draft content out. But today, let's focus on Villanova Saddiq Bey. I think Bey is the ideal complementary role player, and his skill set fits the modern NBA. Listed at 6'8", 215, Bey has the body type and skill set to play both forward positions in the NBA. Saddiq Bey was one of the best three-point shooters in all of college basketball last season, knocking down a scorching 45% from three. Not only was he a dead-eye shooter from beyond the arc, his efficient numbers came on a high volume of shots, as he attempted 175 threes last season, which averaged out to over 5.5 attempts per game. Around 47% of his overall shot attempts in his sophomore season were from long range. So it's safe to say this is a strong sample size of his outside shooting, touch, and range. He finished in the 98th percentile. Yes, 98th percentile in spot of shooting. But he also showed he was capable of knocking down threes on the move and off action plays. Even if he were just a standstill shooter, he projects to be a high-level floor spacer that provides gravity for his teammates. But the fact that he can make threes off pin downs makes him even more of a weapon playing off the ball. Saddiq Bey is highly regarded as a defender and shooter, which overshadows his playmaking skills. To be totally honest, his IQ, court vision, and decision making are better than some of the guard prospects in this draft class. This draft could have anywhere from 6 to 9 point guards selected in the first round. I've read he had a late growth spurt and spent most of his developmental years playing as a point guard, and it's evident that he's comfortable with the ball in his hands and making plays for others. Villanova put him in a lot of pick and roll situations as the ball handler, which shows how confident Jay Wright was in Bey's decision making. He does a good job of reading defenses and finding open shooters. I really like how he plays at his own pace, which is sometimes slow, but it allows him to let plays develop so he can create uncontested looks for teammates. I really hope he goes to a team that utilizes his playmaking skills instead of just keeping him in the corner as a floor spacer. Attacking off the dribble probably isn't the best way to describe his drives to the basket. Bullying his way to the rim is a more accurate way of describing how Bey gets to the basket. He lacks ideal foot speed and a quick first step, but he's mastered using his body to bully defenders on his drives. I don't expect him to be a high-volume free throw shooter or finish a lot of drives at the rim, but he's capable of making plays for himself or others when facing hard closeouts.
To get that pick and roll to work to perfection. Bey leads in.
While it's also unlikely he'll see a lot of ISO possessions in the mid-post, Bey has the ability to exploit mismatches since he's comfortable scoring as a face-up shooter, putting the ball on the floor, and once again making plays for others when the help comes. I like how he can make teams pay for switching smaller, weaker defenders on him. Which leads to my next strength, which is his post game. Again, I don't expect to see him get many post touches, but he has the strength, touch, footwork, and passing skills to be an effective post player in certain matchups, especially if a team tries to hide a weak defender on him.
Against the shorter Tandy, just takes him to...